Off you go, my girl. You'll be fine.
What a strange mechanism. It reminds me of the automatons on the musical square. I should go on the other side of the counter. Those drinks won't get served by themselves. I need to add more wood in the fire. I need to open the stove first. It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more. It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more. It's not enough. I need to feed the fire more. Those paintings. I think Herr Gustav wanted me to help him choose the one he should buy. He must have left me a note somewhere.
Milá Dano, rád bych tě požádal o malou laskavost. Mladý Leon, ten alpinista, co se mi snaží podstrčit jeden ze svých obrazů, maluje ve volném čase. Určitě to nejsou žádný mistrovský díla, ale vypadají docela hezky. Rozumíš, alespoň jde poznat, co na těch obrazech je. Myslím, že nějaká menší výzdoba by téhle chatě jedině prospěla. A krom toho, Leon je slušný kluk a vodí mi sem spoustu zákazníků. Zaslouží si, abych ho krapet podpořil. Takže mě napadlo, když tvůj táta prodává obrazy a já o nich vím kulový, že bych výběr nechal na tobě. Dík za pomoc, Gustav.
I should take a closer look at those paintings before choosing one.
Asi bych vybral vodopád.
I think I'll pick this one.
Takže to, že tady pinglujeme a staráme se o hospodu, neznamená nic jiného, než že jsme se dostali do roku 1937 a prožíváme vyprávění, které poslouchá nyní Kate tím, že se dostala na tuhle horskou alpskou chatu. Podrobnosti u minulého let's playe. Každopádně budeme muset teď naplnit korbele podle přání hostů.
I should go on the other side of the counter. Those drinks won't get served by themselves. So glad Herr Gustav likes me to play for the clients. This way at least I won't get rusty.
No, se taky přiloží do ohně. No, ale kde kluci natankují ty pivka?
And there's no need to be nervous. I'm here if there's the slightest problem. And there won't be.
Tak, objednávka. Jeden špric.
So this is the Spitze.
Nebo špic teda. Špic a Birne.
Birne, huh?
A dvakrát nebl.
Here's the Nebel.
A dáme si ještě jeden.
The keg's empty. I need to change it.
Kristova.
It's not the right kind of beer. That should be it. Let's serve these gentlemen now.
No, we'll have to go higher, I'm telling you. But my point is that it's highly improbable that any primate will be able to survive so high up, let alone thrive.
And if they were thriving, we wouldn't be looking for them, would we? I say they've taken to the higher ground, and they only come down to steal livestock and game.
Look out, chaps.
Gentlemen, your drinks?
Ah, good on you, lassie. Horst, make yourself useful and pass these around. First day, is it? Better make a wish then.
All right, I will. I wish you would tell me what all those maps are for.
Ah, that I can grant you. They show all the different locations of an expedition we're planning.
And what's that one of, if you don't mind me asking?
That is Baltayar, a remote region in the mountains of northern China. That's where I'll be leading my team in a couple of weeks.
And what's this expedition for?
Well, keep it to yourself, but the code name is Origin. And if I have my way, it will likely change the way we perceive humanity.
I see you haven't come just for the view then.
Oh no, Fraulein. We're only here for the beer and a pretty smile. That's our trainer out there. Supposed to knock this scraggly lot into shape for the big climb in Baltayar.
Right. And what about you, gentlemen?
Well, let me introduce you to my dream team. Horst Sauer, talented anthropologist and frequent but worthy pain in the ass of your mother. Rudolf Jäger, distinguished ethnologist. And last but not least, Albert Bauer,
Paleontologist.
And yourself?
Reinhard Berger, biologist.
As Herr Berger says, we're here to train for the Origin expedition.
In return for funding for our own projects back home.
And for the love of science, eh, Horst?
Oh, yes, of course, Herr Berger. I'm sure none of us would be here otherwise, would we?
And what about you, my lovely?
Oh, I'm Dana. I'm working here during the holidays, that's all. I'm curious to know what this Origin expedition is all about, though. If it's not top secret, that is.
Put it this way, Fraulein Dana. If and when we discover what we're looking for, you will no doubt remember this conversation as your claim to fame. You will tell your grandchildren that you served the Origin team, the team that discovered none other than the missing link of the superior race of humans, the Australopithecus habilis, the direct ancestor of Homo sapiens. Or, more vulgarly put, the abominable snowman.
Oh, I see. Now I get why it's called Origin.
Whatever we find, whatever we call it, it's likely to send shockwaves all through the world of anthropology. It will help us to explain how we evolved from Australopithecus to modern man, and then became...
He's off again. Get him started on anthropology and he's like a bolted horse. I don't think Fraulein Dana wants you to clobber her with your explanations, Horst.
I might only be a waitress, but actually I find it quite interesting.
Well, Fräulein, the Origin expedition could lead us to a totally new series of studies, or even reveal a new mode of tribal organization, or a micro-society, by the discovery of a specimen that may well have played a major role in the evolution of modern man.
Come, gentlemen, here's to the Brown Shadow for generously sponsoring this expedition, which is sure to redefine our understanding of mankind.
Oh, I see we're fraternizing with the personnel, gentlemen.
Just giving a toast to our generous sponsor, Herr Hertz.
May I remind you that this mission, financed by my party, is confidential? Do you know what that means, Dr. Berger?
Yes, Herr Hertz.
It means, gentlemen, it is strictly forbidden to communicate any details or objectives to anyone outside our circle, let alone to the first waitress to come by twinkling her eyelashes. Fraulein, as soon as you're done here, I suggest you get back to your chores.
What a brute.
That is one of the inconveniences of working with a heavily politicized private sponsor. But he's just doing his job. And I suppose, like anything else in life, there has to be some compromise to get what one desires. So, think nothing of it, Fraulein. It is the way of science. Indeed, it is the way of the world.
The way of the world, Herr Berger? I'm sorry, but in case you do not know, let me tell you what members of the Brown Shadow do to Vagarans like me. They smash windows. They assault innocent people for no reason at all. They are fascists and criminals, Herr Berger. With all due respect, don't you feel ashamed to be associated with such tyrants?
I would be careful when expressing such extreme accusations, Fraulein. There are always overzealous members of any party, always have been. And even so, we are not politicians. We do not claim to save humanity. Our job is to explain how it came about. Why, if the scientific community had to halt progress at every political crossroads, then humanity would never have advanced any further than Homo erectus.
Dana! Dana! Chop chop! This isn't a French parlor, my girl.
Yes, Herr Gustav. I'd better go. Thank you, gentlemen.
Tak se nám Dana trošku rozohnila.
Right, my lovely. Pop out, take the orders on the terrace, and then we can take a breather.
No, tak jdeme ještě na terasu. Jestli někdo něco nechce. A tam bude stát určitě ten tajemný vůdce té expedice.
That's it? Hold it?
Po kterým Dana házela očka. Jo, a mimochodem jsou tady polínka do ohně.
Perfectly dry. Another creation of Herr Gustav. I guess he won't mind if I take a quick look. Madonna laces. The Silberspiegel. The heart-shaped rock face that gave its name to the refuge. According to Herr Gustav, only the most seasoned alpinists can climb it. The highest peak in the region. Little Lenny said that it's the keeper of the border with Switzerland, and that it's supposed to feed on the souls of those who have been swept away by the mountain. This path leads to Switzerland. One needs to be guided by an alpinist to go through it, though. The Devil Pass starts here. The end of the road for an inexperienced hiker like me, I guess.
No, we can do better.
Lenny, sweetheart,
Crikey, you nearly made me jump out of my skin.
what have you got there?
Oh, it's a camera lens, that's all.
A camera lens.
Yeah? Borrowed it from Frau Junta.
Who is this Frau Junta, anyway?
Ginger Junta, over there.
She married?
Oh no, too old to marry now. She's way past 20, you know. That's why she likes filming Leon, because he's young and handsome.
Lenny?
And she never lets me have a go of her gear anyway. I only wanted to help her film something. I bet she's jealous.
Whether she's jealous or not, you still shouldn't go playing with things that don't belong to you, Lenny, especially if you've been told not to.
You're not my mother, so there. And if you tell on me, I'll tell my father to get rid of you.
Oh, is that so, little Colonel?
It sure is, soldier.
God, can this place get any worse?
A bit more to the side, darling, please.
Se mi úplně ty konverzace nedaří. Snažím se to teďko jako brát
I'm
trošku
better
z
off
ostra.
leaving the little pest alone. Better not interrupt them. That Frau Junta wasn't exactly friendly earlier with Lenny. I'd better not disturb them. I don't want to risk another scolding. I'm better off leaving the little pest alone. I think Herr Gustav would not like it if I left the refuge during the service, so I had better stick around.
No tak jo, tak to vypadá, že máme asi pinglování za sebou.
Off you go, my girl. You'll be fine.
Tam nikdo nic nechtěl. Nebo jsem na terase něco přehlíd?
Come on, Leon. Show me your energy, your youth. Oh dear, you look more like my old Aunt Helga.
I'm better off leaving the little pest alone.
Určitě by si mohli něco přát k pití.
I'd better not disturb them. I don't want to risk another scolding.
No, anebo taky ne?
I'm better off leaving the little pest alone.
No, sebrali jsme polínko, tak budeme teda ještě rozhicovat... ty kamna. A možná, že... to bude všechno, co máme udělat.
That should be it for the fire. But I think there's something wrong with the airflow. Looks all good to me. Impossible. That one is loose. No. That should fit pretty much anywhere on the stove. Better try another one. Looks all good to me. Wow, I've never seen a stove like this. It must be one of Herr Gustav's inventions that everyone talks about down in Vagen. Looks all good to me. This mechanism controls the air intake, if I remember correctly. Herr Gustav didn't have time to fix it. That's it. I'm done here. I've done all that Herr Gustav told me to do. I'd better go and tell him.
Dobrá. Tak už jsme zatopili, roztopili, už bude všem teplíčko. Obsloužení všichni taky jsou. Tak, Herr Gustav, máme hotovo.
All right.
Fine. No more orders and everyone's served.
That's the go. Now listen, Dana. I know, you know, the brown shadow is dangerous, right? So for heaven's sake, keep your feelings to yourself. And refrain from answering Herr Berger back like you did, eh? The brown shadow is not something you can just chit-chat about.
But
Look, it's not safe. And it will only come back and bite you. Mark my words, Dana. Especially in today's climate.
I only...
Dana, I know. Just be careful. No one wants problems with fascists. You get my drift? And maybe next time I'll give you advice, like I did earlier. Just take it. Just listen to old Gustav. Got it? If in doubt, before you go jumping in with your 2 feet, come and see old Gustav. Got it? So, young lady, you're still off to the academy in the fall, are you not? What you waiting for, then? Get back to your practicing, and play us a nice tune while you're at it.
All right then, I will. Thank you, Herr Gustav.
Play something melodious this time. It'll make a nice change from the military pieces some of the patrons have been requesting of late.
Well, Herr Gustav did a pretty good job repairing that key I broke yesterday.
Leon, what are you doing? I want to catch the light.
I'm so sorry. I got carried away.
Bravo! Bravo! Bravo!
Bravo. Bravo.
Clap! How can you clap? Oh, so you like noise, do you? Do you? Well, you should be ashamed! Ashamed, I say! To approve applaud the music of a treacherous Polish separatist. Rebel rousing. It's this kind of rebel rousing that puts the poison of Marxist Bulgarian ideology in the minds of honest people. And those who partake in its vulgarization are accessories to treason!
You are drunk, Herr Hoss.
Out of my way, boy.
Come, Fräulein. Best clear off until the dust settles.
You should have seen me then, Fräulein Walker. I was so young and eager to witness whatever could happen between Dana and Leon. I needed to know, to be included, one way or another.
A blasted fight. That's all I need. Go up to your room, Lenny. A blasted fight. That's all I need.
Not now, Lenny.
Shouldn't you be in bed? What a fiasco.
Lenny, don't! Give them some space, would you?
Takže vypadá to, že Lenny je tak trochu ctitelka toho Leona.
I'm so glad I started this collection of photos. When I grow up, I'll travel all around the world and photograph everywhere I go. When I'm old, the wall will be covered with them. Honestly, Junta is not that good. I'm sure I could do better if only I could practice a bit.
You all right? Yeah, I thought so.
It's just that if I had retaliated, I would have lost my job, you know? Believe me, I came this close to not being able to pay for my studies at the academy after the holidays.
Forget it. He was blind drunk. Won't even remember it come tomorrow. All Gustav could see it wasn't your fault. Besides, you didn't see him after your performance. Ecstatic he was.
There are more and more people like that brute. They don't even bother to hide their hatred anymore. It's like They've been given a mission, or perhaps I should say permission, to abuse people like me, as if Vagarans had suddenly become the scourge of society. And we're powerless to act because if we did, we'd lose our home. My parents, they've become a bundle of nerves. They can't sleep at night. Only last week, our shop window got smashed again, and our neighbors, they couldn't care less, and neither could the authorities. What's wrong? Did my rant frighten you?
Well, yes. Yes, it did. I mean, not you, Fraulein. But what you said about the fascists. You've put my own suspicions into words, Fraulein. Because what you say about the Brown Shadow is true, and that's what worries me. I used to think they were just a bunch of cranks in their ridiculous uniforms. But now I can see these lunatics really are serious. Deadly serious.
But you did know who was behind the Origin expedition.
Never gave it much thought, to be honest. Only met Huss and the scientists today. For me, they were no different from any other group I've trained. If I'd have known that, I'd have had second thoughts. Actually, do you know what?
What?
I'm going to stop training them.
Can you do that?
It's still a free country, right? So after a few weeks' notice, I'll be off the hook. At least, I get to spend the summer here with you. Painting.
But I don't paint.
No, you play. I paint. It's my passion. And you can be my muse.
Is that what you say to all the girls?
No. Never.
Hello, you two lovebirds. Everyone's going to bed, so you better come back inside or you'll catch cold, or worse.
And that's how Dana pipped everyone at the post. It only took one look for Leon to fall head over heels in love with her. And it didn't take much for Dana to fall for him. Love at first sight, you might say. The whole band stayed at the chalet all summer long. Then, I suppose, everyone went their own sweet way.
Did you ever see any of them again?
Oh, no.
What about Dana and Leon?
They too went their own ways, I guess. And that, Fräulein Walker, is all there is to it.
Proč to jenom vypadá, že to rozhodně není celý příběh?
Where did Dana go after she left?
Back to her parents, I should think. Somewhere in Vagan.
Do you know if she's still alive?
Can't be sure, but I doubt it. It was a lifetime ago, Fräulein Walker.
Where do you think she might be if she were?
No idea. Things went from bad to worse after that summer. Not to mention half the town was razed during the war.
Did Dana leave anything here? Any documents or anything that might help me find where she went?
Not that I know of. But I suppose there might be in Father's old coffer. Must still be in the loft. Junta bought it from him that summer, so she could use it to store her precious filming gear. She was supposed to come back for it, but she never did. If there is anything that can help you, it will be in there. So feel free to look around the refuge by yourself if you like, even though I don't think anyone managed to open the coffer since Junta left.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. Thank you so much.
Tak. A teď s odstupem mnoha let.
Maintaining the refuge must be a huge job. As tough as Lenny is, I hope she has some help when she needs it.
Teď s odstupem let si to tady prohlídneme znovu. Už v poněkud zasmušilejší atmosféře.
The authorities have closed the path due to excavation works on the other side of the mountain. Suits me. I wasn't exactly planning on climbing a mountain today anyway.
Tak, cesta do hory je tady uzavřená, protože tam něco významného prý našli.
That must lead to the other side of the circus.
Kate sama řekla, že neměla v úmyslu se tady šplhat po horách. Vrátíme se teda na chatu a podíváme se pravděpodobně na tu truhlu Junty. Jestli se nám ji třeba nepodaří otevřít. A nenajdeme něco, co by nám mohlo pomoct po stopách Dany.
Oh, the mechanism is blocking it. There's a cap blocking the view. There must be a way of removing it. I have to put in a coin. Typical.
Ještě tu krytku.
That's the fabled Silberspiegel. Oh, I wish I had time to watch it change color. Wow. That path is breathtaking. I wonder what's inside that tent.
What now, Fräulein? I was just about to doze off.
About Yunta's coffer.
What about it?
Where did the coffer in the loft come from?
In fact, Father made it himself during the long winter evenings. He wanted something more elegant and solid than the old family coffer where he kept the takings. So he made the one upstairs, thanks to the techniques he learnt when he worked in the Vorarlberg factory in Valladolid.
Valladolid in France?
That's right. The price Junta paid was equivalent to a month's worth of takings. Money well spent, though, because it was built like a mountain fortress.
I'll be going then.
Jemně nám stopy Hanse Vorarlberga připomněly, že vlastně hrajem Syberii. Protože...
It's not the time to take the tram back. There's still a lot to do here.
Místy se celá ta hra ubírá takovým směrem, že se lehce zapomene, že hrajem Syberii, protože...
That must be the piano Dana played on the night she met Leon. The night Lenny told me about.
Protože hra už se jako výrazně liší, příběh se někam posunul jinam a už to úplně není o automatonech Hanse Vorarlberga a o tom najít pravdu o Hansovi a podobně, o mamutech. Příběh hry a hra samotná se hodně změnila.
Lenny's father must have made this stair lift to help her get up and down the stairs. Must have taken him many hours. It's touching when you think about it. An old book? The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann? Funny. My grandparents left me a copy before they died when I was a kid. I should get around to reading it someday. Dormitories. I wonder how many people stop at the refuge these days. This must be Lenny's room. Not sure I'm allowed in here, really. Keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression. Sweet. Photos of the refuge. Looks like they're arranged by time period. There are no photos of the occupation of Vaughan by the Brown Shadow. I guess that corresponds to when Lenny and her father had to leave the refuge. These date from before the war. There's even one from the summer when Dana worked at the refuge. All these photos go up to the 80s, including my date of birth. This series ends at 2002, 3 years ago, when I began my journey with Oscar and Hans's train. That's pretty impressive. Obviously helps Lenny get up and about.
No, asi radši z toho pokoje vypadnem. Aha, tady je ten článek o Leonovi, tak jak ho viděla Lenny před mnoha lety, když jsme vyprávěli, když vyprávěla, jak se prošla svým pokojem, tak je vidět, že si to schovala doteď. Tak, jdeme o kus dál.
It's cold in here. Austere. Looks like a storage room. Austere. Looks like a storage room. Another of those cigar butts.
To už je trochu podezřelý. Pochybuju, že madame Lenny kouřila doutníky.
So that's the painting Dana told Lenny's father to buy. Not bad. And similar in style to my painting. Wonder what the others were like. There. But who could have left it open?
No nejspíš někdo, kdo tady nechal ten doutník. Možná bychom při našich průzkumech mohli začít být trochu víc opatrný.
It must be a lot of work keeping this place going. Hats off to Demoiselle Lenny for managing all by herself.
No, to vypadá, že tady už nic. Tak se vydáme asi ještě nahoru na tu půdu. A dojde teda na tu zmiňovanou truhlu. Se ale jde na půdu. Tudy. Tam očividně asi dlouho už nikdo nebyl.
Take-up reel. Like the ones used on old cinema projectors. This must be Yunta's coffer, the one Lenny spoke about. Don't want to break my neck, thank you very much.
Továrna Vorarlberg, Valedilen, 3. září 1945. Vážený pane Gustave Rennere, v návaznosti na váš dopis ze dne 3. srpna 1945 vám s radostí sděluji, že firmě Vorarlberg bude ctí vaší dceři Leny, která v důsledku tragických událostí trpí trvalou invalididou, maximálně pomoci. Hluboce před její odvahou smekám a nepochybuji o tom, že totéž by učinil také můj otec a bratr Hans. Vlastně pak v oněch krušných časech, jimiž si náš starý evropský kontinent musel v posledních letech projít. I dvojnásob hrdá jsem pak. Po zjištění, že otec slečny Leny patřil k těm nejnadanějším zaměstnancům, kteří kdy pro naši továrnu pracovali. Firmě Vorarlberg je proto nesmírnou ctí vyjít vaší žádosti vstříc. V příloze tohoto dopisu naleznete konstrukční výkresy, které vám dopomohou zmechanizovat celou horskou chatu tak, aby byla plně přizpůsobena tělesnému postižení vaší statečné dcery s úctou, Anna Vorarlbergová. Konstrukční výkresy a soupisy materiálu pro nejrůznější mechanismy, pomocí kterých byla horská chata přizpůsobena tělesnému postižení. Ale ne, tady vidíme nákresy. No hustý.
I must remember to ask Lenny about it.
No tak co? Budeme zkusit otevřít tu truhlu. Vypadá to, že to budou všelijaký skládačky. No, s ním nejde točit. Vypadá to, že ne. Že budeme muset začít někde jinde. Výborně. Tohle mám asi možná dobře. No ale tohle asi nemám dobře. Tohle by mohlo být takhle. Tohle vypadá, že tak sakryš. Co mi neštimuje? Je tady ten poslední. Takhle taky ne. A takhle to je podle mě dobře. Takže by tohle. Tam asi ještě někde mám nějakou chybku, ale úplně netuším kde. Ne, tohle musí být takhle dobře. By tohle bylo takhle dobře. Jo, tohle je spíš správně, tak teď možná tady mám chybu. No tak sláva, tak s tím jdeme točit teď. Bože, bože.
Amazing. Now it shows the view from the terrace.
No to je sice hezký, ale tyhle čísla si vycucám kde? Já už vím. Budu muset jít zpátky na terasu. Protože v tom dalekohledu při zazoomování na ty místa jsou souřadnice. A ty já si budu muset napsat a nacpat je tady do té truhly. Hergot, hejbni kostrou, Kate. Nebudeme tady chodit hodinu. Tak, jdeme se podívat do dalekohledu. Zapíšeme si. Souřadnice. Myslím, že potřebujeme tuhletu. Sto 27. Teď si nejsem jistý. Ale jo, to bude ta spodní souřadnice. Jo. Teď se musíme překlikat. A nejspíš tahle to bude. 63. Nebo 72. Ještě si pro jistotu. Děláme obrázek tohodle. Toho průsmyku. To by mohlo být. Tohle bychom měli zadat do té truhly a myslím si, že se do ní dostaneme. Tak. Hurá, hurá, nahoru. To je 100% tohle, takže 0,72 a 108. 0,72 a 108.
I'll need a key to open it.
Tak ten zatím nemáme.
A film developing company. They probably developed Yunta's films and sent them back once they were done. Looks like she didn't note down the end of her meeting with Dana. But it might still contain the info I need to open the coffer. No doubt Yunta must have written this. Summer 1937. The year Dana worked here. Let's see. I filled my last diary last night. Ordered another one, but still waiting for supplies to be delivered to the refuge. Using an old envelope in the meantime. Today invited Dana for a chat after her shift.
I'd like to know what Leon sees in her. I've never seen him so smitten. Thanks for popping up, Dana. How did the shift go?
Fine. Same as usual.
Just finishing up here, then I'll make us a nice cup of tea.
Wow. That looks futuristic. What is it?
Ah, that little baby is my viewer. That's why it goes in the coffer.
What does it do?
I use it to put together and edit the rushes.
The what?
Rushes. In other words, the strips of unedited footage. I've finished today's selection, so be a dear and put it in the coffer, would you?
I would if I knew how.
Oh, just turn the key in the lock.
Mhm.
The coffer is right there, darling. Hey, you little snoop. Where do you think you're going?
Just looking. I love your photos.
Ah, well, they each represent an element of mountain wildlife and flora I've photographed recently. I used them as a sort of checklist.
A checklist, huh? Yunta's blank film, soon to become movies. All these newspaper clippings mention the Brown Shadow. According to Father, their influence is growing among the population. Now that I've had the misfortune of meeting Herr Huss here, I understand his concern. Did you take this picture?
Of course.
And Herr Huss, what's he doing with the Origin expedition?
Unfortunately, all scientific expeditions sponsored by the Brown Shadow come with a chaperone like him. There to make sure their funds are used as they see fit. In other words, that there is no divergence with regards to their ideology.
How did you get to film them training?
Oh, it was a commission. Lucky, really. Right place, right time kind of thing. Of course, I jumped at the chance because it meant I could film Leon in action at last.
How did you and Leon get together? I mean, how did you...
We're just friends, if that's what you want to know.
Herr Gustav's radio. Looks like he customized it, probably to compensate for the wave disturbance due to the mountains. Herr Gustav's radio. Looks like he customized it, probably to compensate for the wave disturbance due to the mountains. That's a lot of equipment you have there. If you don't mind my asking, did you take the photos of the athletes? You're not often lonely then.
Well, look at our sweet little waitress. Doesn't she have a saucy mind? It's called art, dear. My work aims to explore every facet of youth and the vitality of bodies.
I bet it does. The key Junta asked me to hide.
Dana, be a darling and put the key somewhere safe. You can't be too careful with these mountain people, especially with that little Lenny sniffing around my equipment all the time.
Where do you normally put it?
I have a little hiding place over there.
Tak jsme pomlčeli o Lenny.
Is this where you want me to put the key?
Yes, there's a dear.
It's a handy hiding place. Who made it?
Oh, Herr Gustav. He knows only too well that some customers have their little secrets, you know.
Junta's key should be safe in there.
Just need to finish preparing for the filming tomorrow. Then we can chat away to our heart's content. If you could just fetch me a new roll of film from the darkroom, then we're done.
Here are the film rolls Junta asked me for.
Darn it. The end of Junta's notes. Impossible to know what happened next. But maybe I can figure out how to open the coffer from what I've read. According to Junta's notes, there was a room on the other side. I can't reach it anymore, but Dana could. According to Junta's notes, there was a room on the other side. I can't reach it anymore, but Dana could.
Dana se tam taky v poznámkách dostala, ale my se teď budeme muset podívat. Že tady někde je ta skrýš.
This is where Yunta's bed used to be, which means her secret stash can't be far. Impossible.
Get away.
Yunta's coffer key.
Tak přece jenom. Něco máme.
Where can I find the combination for the mechanism?
No jasně. To bylo v poznámkách. A byly to tady ty fotky. Koza, kytka, hory, les. Koza, kytka, hory, les. Skvělé. Tak na tomhle Junta stříhala a promítala. Slušná věcička. Tak, jak to funguje? Tady se asi natáhnou cívky.
Must have got it wrong.
Jo, já nemám další film. Kde ho vzít? Tohle je akorát... Tohle bychom se možná mohli zeptat. Nebyl tam ještě film v té truhle? Prohlíd jsem si to fakt všechno. V šuplíku už je prd. No jasně, tady je film.
This one says Lenny director. So I guess Lenny did get to make her film after all. Vaughan Refuge, 1937. Yunta's films, taken during the summer Dana worked here.
Tak jsme nedůsledně prohlídli truhlu. Můžeme si pustit film.
The screen is in the way.
Ah. Tak jedem. Promítání začíná. No zatím to vypadá, že celá expedice se pořád jenom pofalkovala na chatě a chlastala. Čekal jsem, že už uvidíme na filmu nějaký záběry z té expedice jako takový. Ale taky pravda, že film točila Lenny, takže je asi těžko bylo něco jako zajímavého z té expedice. No, dostáváme se k tomu, kde vznikl obraz. Který byl příčinou toho všeho, co se vlastně ve 4. Syberii odehrává. Proč se Kate rozhodla jít po stopách toho obrazu a zjistit, kdo je ta dívka, která je jí tak strašně podobná. Navíc to slíbila Kaťuše, která při útěku z lágru tam zůstala. Tak, co teď?
Interesting footage. Let's see what's on the other reel.
Tak, co pak nám přinese druhý film?
Lenny didn't say she filmed a fight between Dana and Leon. I'd better go back and see her to find out about it.
Při té příležitosti se jí zeptáme i na ten medailonek, co jsme tady našli. Lenny nám tají podle všeho víc věcí. Jsem chtěl říct, kde je. Hraje s náma tak trochu na skovku tady na terase.
Demoiselle Lenny, I saw the film you shot of Dana and Leon.
So Junta kept it. She got so cross when she discovered I'd rummaged through her stuff. She most certainly had secrets of her own, that one.
I know it was ages ago, but can you recall what happened between Dana and Leon that day?
You do like flogging a dead horse, don't you, Fraulein? But as you please. Since Junta never let me use her camera, I decided not to ask her anymore. Like that, she couldn't say no, could she? And that's when I heard them arguing.
How could you agree to this, Leon? How could you?
I told you I had no choice. The local guide for Baltayar can't do it anymore. He got injured.
There are plenty of other guides in Wagen. Why does it have to be you? Just tell them to find someone else.
Look, Dana, I didn't want to tell you, but...
But what?
Frank Huss, that brute from the other night. He's the one that made the call here. In other words, he's taking revenge by sending me to the other side of the world with the Origin expedition. And he said that if I refused, something might happen. Not just to me, but to you as well.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. You're a Vegarian and so are your parents, right? Well, Huss says it won't be long before the Brown Shadow is in power, and he made it clear that something was brewing, and that you and your parents would be first on the list.
What list?
I don't know, but it can't be good. Then he said that other Vegarians would follow.
Dear God.
Dana, darling, the world's gone crazy. Promise me you'll be very careful. It will be all right if you just watch yourself and what you say. I've asked Junta to stand by you just in case. It won't be long, darling. Half a school year at the Music Academy. I'll be home for Christmas. Promise. Oh, come here now, my pretty Edelweiss.
Don't call me that. You know I don't like it.
It's true, though. That's exactly where you are, my pretty Edelweiss.
If you keep that up, Leon Kubatis, I'll find you a nickname too.
Go on then.
All right. Your nickname will be Highland Painter from now on.
Not sure my Veganese artist friends will like it, but why not? Beautiful, isn't it? I could stay here forever.
There, Fräulein Walker. That is all I have to say. I hope this time you have what you need to continue on your journey.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. But there is just one more thing. You mentioned a music academy? They must have ledgers and archives. Maybe I'll be able to find out whether Dana left an address there.
Well, it hasn't moved. It's still in Vargan. Go to the musicians' district. It's right next to the musical square. That's all I can tell you. So if you don't mind, Fräulein.
Thank you. Then that's where I'll continue my search.
Is it really worth your while to keep looking for Dana? Is it not just another pipe dream, Fräulein? I get the impression there have been others.
I prefer to look at it as a calling. Besides, I don't have much choice. Thanks to you, she's a part of me now.
As you wish. I hope you find what you are looking for.
Thank you. Again. I've got everything I need from here, I guess. Best get back to the guest house. Get some rest. I'll go to the music academy first thing in the morning.
No. Takže se vrátíme zpátky. Budeme pátrat na hudební akademii. Napřed teda do hotelu.
Oh, it's dazzling up here. I can see why they call it the Silberspiegel. Silber means silver, and Spiegel is mirror. The silver mirror. It certainly lives up to its name.
Tak, konec rozplývání. S pátráním v žádném případě nejsme u konce.
I found her, my sweet Katusha. The girl in the painting. Her name is Dana. Dana Rose.
That's nice, Kate. Real nice.
I'm gonna find out who she was, just like I promised you.
Nothing more than a good old adventure to forget your grief, I guess. You should go, Kate, or you're gonna miss the tram. There will always be a train for you.
Gosh, what a day. I hope Oscar's okay, wherever he is. I'm not abandoning him. I just need to find him.
Jo, s Oscarem to nebylo jednoduchý. Jak rychle jsme ho našli, tak rychle jsme ho ztratili. Bohužel ne na příjemném místě. V kanálech.
Closed. It's late. Frau Wagner must have gone to bed.
No a my půjdeme taky. Vyspat se na další dobrodružství.
Is that you, Katie?
Yes, Mom! I mean, who else can it be? Looks like Mom's friends came over again last night. She's been seeing them a lot since what happened to Dad. Maybe too much. Come on, I've been cooped up in my room for hours. Jeez. Pulling my hair out, trying to figure out the math problem Miss Wormwood gave us. I deserve a break, right? Another letter for Dad. Last time it took Mom days to find the strength to open it. Grandpa and Grandma from New York gave it to me for my last birthday. I really ought to read it, or at least dog-ear the pages so it looks like I did. Grandpa and Grandma from New York gave it to me for my last birthday. I really ought to read it, or at least dog-ear the pages so it looks like I did. The piano that Mom ordered will soon be here. Couldn't bring myself to tell her that I wanted a drum kit instead. Mom bought those again.
Naše nejmilejší Sáro, rádi bychom vyjádřili naší nejhlubší lítost nad tím, co se přihodilo tvému Richardovi. Bojíme se, co s tebou teď bude. Sáro, zlatíčko naše, víme, že už je z tebe dospělá žena, ale i přesto o tebe pořád ještě máme strach. Tolik jsme si tě přáli, byla jsi naše vymodlené dítě. Takže i teď, když už máš vlastní život a vlastní rodinu, je pro nás nesmírně těžké sledovat, jak se trápíš. Byla jsi a navždy budeš naší chloubou a radostí. Prosím, nezapomeň, že jsme tady pro tebe, kdykoliv nás budeš potřebovat. Na jaře, na tvé narozeniny určitě přijedem, i kdyby z nebe trakaře padaly. A pokud bys ráda, abychom u tebe po nějaký čas zůstali, než se zase postavíš na nohy, stačí říct. Zavolej kdykoliv a jsme u tebe dřív, než řekneš švec. S hlubokou láskou máma a táta.
Wow. I hope I get to travel around the world too when I grow up.
Oh, hello, Munchkin.
Hey, Mom. You forgot your music box.
Be careful with that, please, Munchkin.
I just love it.
You've always liked it, ever since you were little.
Will you give it to me when I'm big?
Maybe, if you're a good girl, when I get old.
So when will that be then?
Later, Katie.
But when?
In a very, very long time, I guess. When I'll be gone.
Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia. Ah, what the hell? You want me to call you Olivia? Fine. I've survived worse criticism. I shouldn't put it off. I better call Olivia while I have the courage. Who do you think you are, Olivia Foster? It's easy to judge and lecture me from New York. You know nothing about what I've gone through, of what I've had to endure since leaving Hans.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Canton, is that you? Who's there, please?
Olivia, it's me, Kate.
Kate? Gee, it's so weird to hear your voice after all these years.
Got your letter, Olivia.
Kate, I sent it 2 years ago.
I know. Things have been complicated.
Complicated? I see. And so when are you coming back to New York? You know, to visit your mother's grave?
You know I can't come back, Olivia. I'm still wanted by the police over the sale of the Vorarlberg factory.
Oh, I haven't forgotten, believe me. If only you knew how much the accusations hurt your mother. Visits from the police, the requisitions, and just when she was diagnosed, too. And yet the poor woman never stopped hoping that her daughter would come back one day. Or at least call to help her in her final days.
I'm calling precisely because I do care. It's just that ever since Katyusha's death and escaping from the mine, well, things have been, complicated. And then there's the woman in the painting, Dana.
What are you talking about, Kate? Just listen to yourself. None of what you're saying makes any sense.
Olivia, please.
Kate, Okay, listen to me. I thought you had plenty of time to think about how you abandoned all of us. Me, your mother, Dan, or even that poor Mr. Canton. And maybe felt at least some remorse. But I guess I was dreaming. All you do is keep chasing castles in the sky and ignore those who care about you.
I get why you're mad. Do you think I'm not mad at myself?
Well, I hope so.
But there's nothing I can do now to change what happened. It's over, Olivia. All I have now is the woman in the painting.
Oh, Kate. I should have known. And I should never have asked you to call me. Goodbye, Kate. I hope you find whatever it is you've been looking for these past 3 years. One thing's for sure, though. You wanted to be alone. And that's how you're gonna stay.
Okay, let's go, kiddo. Another day, another page. A new day in Vaughan. I must take the tram to that music academy where Dana Rose was a student in the 1930s. With a bit of luck, they'll have kept her records.
A jak řekla Kate, další den, další kapitola, další hledání. A z toho pro nás vyplývá, že si to střihneme v dalším let's play. Tak doufám, že vydržíte a sejdeme se tady u dalšího videa.